Hello everyone, it's me Suraj with my teammates Colin and Abhigya. For the course project of Natural Language Processing, we did a project on FinRAG, a Retrieval-Augmented Generation system for stock market insights and investment strategies. Our project focuses on building a financial domain chatbot using RAG. The motivation comes from a common real-world issue, that is, financial knowledge is extremely scattered. Investors pull information from different news articles, Reddit communities, stock data, and books. So the question becomes, how do we combine all these diverse sources into a single system that gives accurate and context-aware answers? To address this, we built FinRAG, a financial assistance powered by Retrieval-Augmented Generation. Instead of hallucinating, it grounds every response in a single retrieved document, and we incorporated different multiple large language models to compare performance. Our system integrates information from three major data sources. First is Reddit financial communities like Ask Economics, Investing, Stock Market, Stocks, Wall Street Bets. We collect posts and comments from those those Reddit communities. This gives us real discussion, sentiment, and community insights. And the other is the stock market data. We gathered 1 year of daily stock data from the top 10 stocks like Amazon, Microsoft, and so on. Each row contains high, low, open, and close value and the volume of the stocks. This provides historical trends the model can reference. And for the financial literature, we also included 14 finance books and 8 research papers. These are high quality long form explanation of investment principles, risks, and strategy. For the preprocessing of the data, we convert all the data into JSON file. Each data requires its own preprocessing pipeline. For the Reddit data, we passed JSON file from the posts, comments, and nested replies. We link threads using post IDs and preserve useful metadata like subreddit, upvotes, and timestamps. And for the stock data, CSV files were cleaned and like there were some dividend rows, so we skipped that, and each row was converted into a natural language summary. For example, like on November 24, Meta closed at $614 with a volume of 10 million shares. And for the PDF documents, we used PyMu PDF for text extraction, and then we chunked it and then we convert it into the JSON file. And now let's talk about the system architecture we used. This is the overall system architecture. The first step is the document indexing. We used Bayesian Academy of Artificial Intelligence (BAAI) for embedding model for the semantic retrieval. The embeddings are stored in a Facebook AI Similarity Search (FAISS) vector index, where we ended up with roughly 289,000 songs vectors. And for the retrieval, given a user query, we run semantic similarity search to retrieve the top k element or top k relevant songs. We set k equals 5 for good balance between context richness and prompt size. And for the generation, the retrieved songs are inserted into a structured RAG prompt. The selected LLMs are Minstrel, Phi, and LLAMA. Then generates a grounded answer. This prevents hallucination and keeps the responses tied to real information from our corpus. To compare the performance of three models, we evaluated these models on 24 custom financial questions across strategy, market behavior, trend analysis, risks forecasting, and portfolio theory. And as you see in the table, the latency of Minstrel model is 6.81 seconds, which is very good as compared to Phi and LLMA. And for the semantic similarity, it's 0.48 for all the three models, because maybe due to the same corpus, the semantic similarity is also the same for all three models. And for the answer relevancy and context precision, Phi model gave relatively brief answer, as compared to Mr. and LLM. They gave a detailed answer, and the answer are very much relevant to the questions. So I would say the performance of all three models was good. And so now I'll walk you through the code and give you like a small prompt to the model and show how the answer is generated as per the question. Let's look at the code. Firstly, we install all the Python packages that are required for the course. Then we import the libraries. We connect the Google Drive to the Google Colab because all the data sets here are in the Google Drive. Then we process the Reddit data. We convert or merge all the Reddit data, like all the JSON file from the different Reddit communities to one JSON file. We link that using the unique ID from each Reddit post and comments. And then for the CSV file pre-processing, we convert the CSV file into a human language like format. Here, as you can see, on this date, the start, the stock closed at this amount. Upon this amount, the trading volume was this, like that format. And then we convert the PDF file into a JSON file using the LLMA Cloud API. We generate the LLMA Cloud API key, which helps to uh, parse, extract, and index the different context of the PDF file. We use LLMA parse, and then we convert the PDF to one JSON file. And now there are like three main JSON files with Reddit and CSV file and the PDF file. Then we convert or merge all three JSON file into one big corpus, and this is the sample of that large corpus. Then we use the general embedding model. Here we use the BAI model, which converts the English text into a compact vector. Then we used the FAISS to save the index, which is the Facebook AI similarity search. And then one of the important things that needs to be noted of this project is, with the LLM only, the performance of this model is not good, because as you can see, what are the long-term investment studies for the tech stock, then the result is Facebook and other tech stocks if you buy the Q data, because the answer is directly retrieved from the data corpus. There is no any refinement, or there is no any like similar to match in the answers. So to enhance this performance, we use different LLM, and also attached a RAG interface. For this, we use three main models. In our case, those models are Minstrel 7 billion instruct version 03, 5 from the Microsoft, and LLMA from the Meta. We define different helping functions to retrieve and answer the user query. One example is like, here is the Minstrel LLM, and we ask the question, what are the main risks of investing heavily in a single tech stock like Nvidia? Then the results is, here the answer is a bit mess, because we printed all the data sources that the model retrieved from to answer the question. So the real answer, or the answer given by the LLM, is here after this line. The investing heavily in a single tech stock like Nvidia can expose an investor to several risks. These risks are like company specific, sector risks, geopolitical, like that. And similarly, we did the same for the FI. Comparatively, the FI gives a bit short and brief answer as compared to the Minstrel. Here, as we can see, this is the answer given by the FI model, and similarly for the LLMA, here is the answer. The answers given by the LLM and the Minstrel is almost the same, because they use almost the same number of the parameters. to train the model. And for the evaluation tasks, we type different questions based on different topics like strategy, market evaluation, risk analysis, forecasting style, and so on. There are like 24 questions in total. Then we evaluate different factors like, as we also provided the reference answers so that we can compare the performance of the model. We calculated the latency of the model, and here we generate the answers from the file. All the answers are saved in a JSON file because here the output will be so long, so all the answers are here in the JSON file, here in the evaluation directory. This is from the FAISS, Minstrel, and LLMA. The latency of FAISS model is 16.31, as you can see, as we discussed in the previous presentation slide also. The Minstrel is 6.81, and so on for the LLMA. So then we also tried to take a user prompt, like take a user input from the user input, and like ChatGPT, like we take the user input as a prompt and then train the model, and the model will generate the answer. So for that, here we have three models. So the first step is to choose the model in which you want to get the answers from where do you want to answer from, and the model name, or if you want to exit then you can quit, and then the enter question. Then we have to wait some time and we'll get the answer. Like I did for one example, like I choose the model FAISS and I entered the question. I don't know about trading, what is mean by trading. So from the FAISS model, the answer to my question is trading refers to the buying and selling of financial instruments like such as stocks, bonds, commodities with the aim of making a profit. It involves analyzing market trends, identifying potential investment opportunity and strengths. So on. This is the answer generated by the FAISS model. Here I can show the like in a real-time demo, but due to that the RAM of the model is like full from the Google collapse, so I can show that, but I promise it will work like pretty good. So that's all about the demo of the project. To conclude the presentation, the RAG system significantly improves the quality compared to LLM alone, especially for factual, book-based financial concepts. Overall, Minstrel 7b produced the most consistent and well-structured explanation. Phi 3 is a mini or a small model, but it performs surprisingly well for its size, showing high efficiency and low cost. LLMA is a heavy model and it gives very strong conceptual answer but require more GPU memory. So that's all for this project. Thank you so much for watching and feel free to ask any question. Thank you.